Welcome to my channel, Royal Ones. My name is Chantel Young, and I am a licensed life insurance agent here in the state of Florida, and I am the founder of Royal Wealth Solutions under Tony Gaskins Jr., Proverbs 13:22 Life Insurance Agency. I am one of his agents, and our mission at Proverbs 13:22 Agency is really based on the scripture in the Bible, Proverbs 13:22, which says that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And what's so amazing about this scripture and how this ties into life insurance is a indexed universal life insurance policy is more than just a life insurance policy. It is a cash accumulating vehicle that can be used to not only take care of your final expenses, God forbid you were to pass away, but it allows you to build wealth inside of this policy that you have access to now as you're living. It's also a way that you can transfer wealth at the time of your passing over to the generations coming behind you. The Index Universal Life Insurance Policy is a tax-free strategy that so many other multi-million-dollar companies have been utilizing for years to help fund their businesses, to bring money back into their ventures. And I think that it is time that we all know that we have access to the same vehicles. Now, the wealthy are always wealthy, and they're always generating wealth because they have strategies. They have strategies that they utilize to continuously make money. And unfortunately, those of us who are not in that bracket, who are deemed either in an impoverished state or poverty state or poor state, or people who are just working to get by, we just don't know that there are strategies out there that we can use and we can utilize to be able to provide and generate wealth for our families as well. Wealth is no longer just the myth of thinking that it's for the elite. No, wealth is for you, and you are royal and you are wealthy. And it's time that you make that your reality. So here on this channel, I am dedicating my knowledge, skills, and ability because I want to serve my community. I want people to understand that in all actuality, you've had the ability to generate wealth for some time. And I just want to just share this with you. What if, we all like those what if scenarios. What if you had an extra $60,000, $70,000, or $80,000 in cash that you had access to right now today in today's economic climate? We are all aware of inflation. Inflation is out of control. We know that prices are high. We know that people have been getting laid off. People are going through so much right now. And that brings stress, it brings anxiety, it brings depression. We know that one of the number one causes of even marriages failing are what? Financial issues. But what if, although everything is going in a chaotic space right now, what if you had access? I'm meaning you. What if you had access to that type of money right now today? How would that make you feel? How would you wake up in the morning? How does that redirect what you may be thinking about or what you may be going through right now, this very moment, if you knew that you had a reservoir that you had access to with that amount of money? If you, hypothetically speaking, 15 years ago, if you would have committed $150 a month into your Index Universal Life Insurance Policy, $150 a month, and you committed that each month for the past 15 years. Now, $150, we know that we could save that by eliminating dining out excessively, unnecessary purchases. You know, $150 really is not a lot when we think about how much we waste money, things that we do not need. I personally, when I thought about this, I said, you know what? If I thought about how many times I spent $150 or even $200 a month in the past 15 years on things that I didn't need, didn't really serve me, had I had placed that in an Index Universal Life Insurance Policy, well, that would have been $25,000 that I would have invested into that life insurance policy. But because this policy is linked to a index in the stock market, because this policy would have been allowing that cash accumulation to continuously compound from the compound interest, then it could have potentially grown over the past 15 years to anywhere between 40, 60 to 80,000 or more. I shriek when I think about the fact that I did not have access to that knowledge 15 years ago. Now, there are companies and organizations that have had index universal life insurance policies set up. This type of policy has been around for hundreds of years. I know, shocking. Shocking. And so when I think about that, I say, you know what? I'm not the only one. I believe that I'm not the only one that would have taken advantage of having access to a policy like this that not only would, protect me, God forbid, if I were to pass away, it would pay out a large tax-free death benefit to my beneficiaries, but it was also a cash accumulation vehicle. It was also a means for me to be able to save for my retirement, an emergency fund, and just any other financial needs. I had my own reservoir of wealth just sitting here within my life insurance policy that I can make withdrawals from tax-free. How many of you did not know that? I know I didn't know it until I got this information and this knowledge. And because I do have a background of poverty and growing up in unfortunate conditions, unfortunately was in that group of people who just worked and worked and worked and didn't know anything about saving or anything about, tax-free wealth strategies. Definitely didn't know anything about an index universal life insurance policy. And so therefore, when you don't know, then it really is a pity and it is a shame. So my mission is to help as many families and as many individuals as I can, help to protect their legacy, help them to see that, listen, wealth is something that we all desire, but wealth is actually obtainable for you. I would love to meet with you and discuss your options if you are interested. I have a link below in my description with my Calendly, and my mission is simple. I want each and every person to know that they are royal and they are wealthy. And it's time that you make that your reality by utilizing an index universal life insurance policy that is a tax-free strategy for you to build wealth for you and your family and also protect your final expenses. God forbid something were to happen to you. There's so many other benefits and other things that I want to share on this channel as well. So many different other life insurance policies that my company is able to offer, but I can't deny, maybe a little biased, I really love the index universal life insurance policy because it's so multifaceted and it really gives us the opportunity to have something in this life and have something that we can pass down to our children. A lot of people pass down liability and debt to their loved ones when they pass away. Let's leave them a legacy when we leave. And let's also allow ourselves to enjoy life because we know, God forbid something were to happen, we have a place that we can go that's just sitting, pulling and generating wealth for us in the form of a life insurance policy. So I am so excited about this new venture and I'm smiling really big because I'm the type of person that loves to help others. I have I'm one of those people, I just want to help. And once I learned about this type of product, I just could not believe it. I've been a life insurance agent for nearly 5 years now, and I am just baffled that I didn't have access to this knowledge prior to now. But hey, we can't do anything about the past. Just like we can't do anything about the fact that we didn't know about this policy 15 years ago that could have potentially had us in a very nice financial space in this crazy, chaotic economic climate that we're in right now, right? We can't do anything about the past, but we can do something about today that can affect the future. So it all starts with a shift. And the shift is for you to see that you're worth obtaining wealth, and you actually do have the ability. It's right in your hands. You take care and have a lovely one. And remember, you are royal and you are wealthy. Now let's make it your reality. Take care and have a blessed one, and talk soon.